right, good morning, everyone. Morning, Eamon. Good to see you. My weekend was good. It was busy. Had to put up some makeshift sheds in our backyard. Other ones got destroyed when everything froze over. And then didn't really watch the Super Bowl, but whatever. No, we are true to my word. We're gonna continue on with Metroid Mondays. So I'm gonna attempt to play 2 games at the same time, which I know might cause problems. But we'll see how this game goes. I think I got the settings down right, so we won't have just a lag fest. Alright. I saved the computer, and now I have to... Yeah. Yeah, not many people did, apparently. Man, it's crazy. It used to be such a big deal back in the 90s and the early 2000s, but I don't know, maybe it still is to a lot of people. I'm sure it is. I'm from New England, and I don't know, I've never really been a big like, I enjoy watching sports. I enjoy watching football and going to football parties and Super Bowl parties and things like that, but I've never like really cared about about a ton of football stuff or sports teams in general. But I do enjoy it, and I do appreciate athleticism. The game's a little stuttery, but so far, not much lag. That's good. We got a solid 45 frames per second. Just something I'm gonna be happy with. Oh, he's gone. Wonder where he went.
Ship status alert. Unknown entity approaching. Commencing hull lockdown.
That jerk, he's going after my ship. I mean, that's pretty smart. If I were him, probably would have done that too. Where is it? My ship's over there. Okay, I guess I'll go up and to the right. Yeah, the Super Bowl, like many other things, used to be one of those, like, shared cultural experiences that even if you weren't into football, you could go to a Super Bowl party and experience it all together. But, sadly, it just doesn't... The shared cultural experiences are becoming more and more just not shared. Oh, man. I guess I have to go back the way I came. The only sport I used to watch annually for close to a decade was Worlds, League of Legends. Yeah. I got into watching Pro StarCraft for a while when I lived in South Korea, because you turn on the TV in South Korea and you'll find the StarCraft channel. It's pretty cool. And I do like how people don't say it as much anymore, but I did encounter this the other day. when someone I know is making someone I know, I'll just leave it at that, was making fun of, like, oh, my nephew was watching someone else play a video game rather than playing it himself, and I got to throw out, like, well, you know, we do that. It's just with sports, and I feel like, you know, any honest person will be like, oh yeah, that I guess is kind of the same thing. It's just not as athletic. Humans like to watch other humans play games, whether it's online or not. I feel like anybody being honest will at least acknowledge, like, oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. I shouldn't deride people for watching watching other people play video games if I spend so many hours watching sports. Did I ask you how your weekend was, Eamon? Did you have a good weekend, bud? You know? Do anything cool? Fun fact, back in the day, in order to go to a different country to participate in their video game tournaments, each player had to get a sports visa. Oh yeah, I remember hearing various stories about that. I'm in the wrong place. Did I do this already? No, I did not. Half pipe. Oh, this is just a funny story that came to mind. Yeah, the other day my wife messaged me. She's always looking for new, like, crafty things for my kids to do. And,
Ship priority status alert. Hull armor taking damage.
okay, I know. And, apparently one of the moms that she met at her mom group that she goes to at her church, I get this message being like, hey, have you heard, she's like, this mom and has these boys, and their boys and their dad do this painting miniatures thing called Warhammer. Have you ever heard of it? I think we should do that with our boys. My wife has no idea what Warhammer is. I'm like, sure, honey, that sounds great. Let's do Warhammer. My wife's not against, like, you know, fantasy stuff for sure. It's just she doesn't know what Warhammer is, and it is, I think once she would realize that the time commitment and money commitment, something like Warhammer needs. I did explain it to her. She found it funny. She would be okay with it. I was just one of those things. Look at that. Your weekend is fun, full of activities. Oh no. pipe bursting is awful. Did it flood everything? Thankfully, we avoided that this freeze. Yes, Warhammer is very expensive. I shared with her that meme that was like, if you want to make sure that your kids don't do drugs, get them hooked on Warhammer, so they never have any money for it. Am I going the right way? Yes. Yes, I am. Just trying to get back to my ship before... What's his face? Destroys it. Probably going to be another laggy boss battle, so sorry about that. Whoa! Oh, did it spawn me behind them? I think it spawned me behind them. That's kind of funny. Speaking of Warhammer, did I see Henry Cavill is currently lead writer on the new TV series coming soon? I did hear those rumors, and I hope they're true. And it kind of goes back to that conversation we had of Henry Cavill needing a win. I really hope that this actually goes forward. I think, I don't know what happened, but somewhere, I feel like it used to be understood that if you're going to do an adaptation of something, you should have, like, fan input and getting people who actually like the IP to work on it was like a necessity. And then somewhere along the lines, art became like adaptations became more of like a, this is my thing now. It doesn't matter what the original artist had intended for it. I'm gonna do my own interpretation. And like maybe there was a little bit of that always, because you know film adaptations have always been a little different, but I feel that it's gotten way worse. Like man, The Witcher debacle was just insane. How much those the writers of the show didn't really like the source material, but yet they were chosen to work on it. Like I feel like that should have been like the first interview question from the studio. Like, do you like this IP? And if the answer is no, or anything but yes, I love it, then they should not be hired. Like that's a very simple question that makes me wonder why they thought that was a good idea. Oh man, that jerk. I guess I should scan him. Should I scan him? He's out of range. But I do think that kind of thing where, like in the Witcher instance, I'll share this stop point in a second.
Just in time.
Man, my cool ship. That jerk. Samus casually being like, you just go away now.
Don't you feel the power? Soon everything will be corrupted, including you.
Gore. Shield repels all weapon fire, powered by a unit on its back. Shoot it in the back. Gore's energy shield is capable of repelling all weapon fire, but the back-mounted generator is exposed to attack. Overloading the generator could expose the well-protected critical systems behind its battle armor. His battle. Gore's arsenal is considerable. Plasma beam, weapons, attack claws, and multi-missile systems are at the cyborg's disposal in battle. These battle systems can be combined and fired at once as a devastating alpha strike. Oof. Target is also capable of high-speed ramming attack, though it is potentially dangerous if performed over slippery surfaces. I think they should have left out nitpick here. Nitpick. They should have left out that last part. If performed over slippery surfaces. Let me figure that out. But I know that the scanning is part of it. Like, this is enough right here to be like, oh, I can freeze this stuff. Ice is slippery, because that's like a conventional thing that everybody knows. It's just a nitpick. Just a nitpick. Ow. Can I pull his face off? Oh no. It doesn't last very long. Oh man. It's a pretty fun fight so far. Lower target appears to be connected to Gore's main CPU, vulnerable to ground attacks. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh man. That's funny. Ah. I'm not supposed to hit him. I feel like if this were Metroid Prime 4, I'd have been dead already. Because it does so much damage. Oh, nice. Jeez, how do I... Am I hitting him? Like... At least it's not laggy. Where's Seek the Sky and New Game Plus ID when I need them? Oh, God, I don't like this. Why isn't it doing any damage? Am I doing something wrong here? Or maybe I have to boost ball him? Morning, Tim. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. He's phasing out. Can now enter hyper mode to increase his offensive susceptible to phase. Oof, maybe I should have saved my phase on. Need health. At least I can hit him. Nice. That was a fun fight. Wasn't like the last one. Oh man, Samus is trying. Oh, brutal. She just... If if Ronda's got fatality'd with an ice with an ice a big icicle through his back, Gore just got his soul stolen. What's the name of that guy? I feel like I should know his name. The guy who steals your soul in Mortal Kombat. I should know his name. I thought the choppiness was just me. No, yeah, it's definitely. Oh no! Are we getting choppy again? Ugh. Alright, hang on a second, guys. Let me fix this. Alright. Say goodbye, Rumble. Sorry. You gotta go. Shang Tsung, thank you, Raymond. Alright, hang on a second. I'm ending some multi-streaming here. Should fix things. Yeah, as much as I want to multi-stream. Alright. yeah, Tim, as soon as you logged on, things just went haywire. Alright, hang on. on a second. Let me reload the stream on my while I'm monitoring it. All right, how are we doing now? Doop-a-doo. Mine looks good. How about yours? Alright, awesome. Good. Yeah, I'm thinking my computer just, if it's... It did fine with the, when the Switch was running all the programming, all the game, but when my computer has to run the game and the streaming at the same time, it just can't handle it. I will save. Good. Thank you for letting me know. It happened after the fight, right? It wasn't during the fight. Your ship is broken. Auto repair functions, that's cool. Should totally scroll up and read those comments on the future of writing existing IP. Yes, I will. Okay, hang on. Okay, yeah, so we were talking about how Warhammer was being written by Henry Cavill, and it's great because he actually loves the IP. And then, let's see, Eamon, you said, that practically is the first question when interviewing potential writers for... Yeah, they've openly bragged they don't want fans helping them write because those stories already exist. Oh yeah, so it's the opposite of what I said. I said they should love the IP, and they don't want that. Essentially, when they want the writers that like the IP and aren't chained to existing lore. The most recent example is the new Chronicles of Narnia TV show. Writer has zero interest in the official lore/world and simply wants to write his own thing. I'm extremely worried about that one. And that, I'll read the rest of your comments in a second, but I really hate that, because why not, like, that just, like, to them, an existing IP, the only purpose of an existing IP is to basically cash in on the existing fan base, because they know that, like, if Narnia is really popular, people will go watch it. I'm gonna tell my story on top of that. It's like, I want to say to them, if you want to tell your own story, go create your own IP. If it's good, it will stand the test of time. If it's not good, it won't. But they don't want to do that. They want to cash in on the existing popularity of an IP, and not really do the work to make something new. That's why that it's like, as bad as that show Rebel Moon, like, as bad as it got reviewed, I haven't actually seen it, but I didn't hear it was very great. It's like, at least it was its own IP. You know, at least it was something new and it wasn't trying to cash in on Star Wars. Yeah, it reminds me of that Lord Farquaad meme, and when he's pointing to the crown saying, I own the IP now, me, I own it and everything. I say now, yeah, exactly. No, sadly, the part of the fight. Nah, that's lame. Well, hopefully people watch and stay with it past that. Oh man. that's why I think people need to expand um, their view of what makes something canon. Like I get the simplest view is that the owner of the IP determines the canon. I get that. That's the simplest way to do it. It's the one that most people can agree with. But then you get issues like The Last Jedi, and that is when we talk about like artistic canon versus canon in the sense of like I've broken this down before, but like scriptural canon, like how we got like the books of the Bible. It wasn't, contrary to what people think, it wasn't at least for a good long while, it wasn't one authority saying stamp this is canon. It was a lot of the books in the Bible that you have there are because that got that stamp of approval of canon. They got that stamp because they were accepted canon long before that stamp of approval came. Like, to see what I'm getting at? The majority of, you know, followers of that faith, like, accepted these letters, and like, there's a reason why you don't have some books. It wasn't like a secret thing that they kept out, like the Gospel of Peter. It's like, well, no, the Gospel of Peter was written long after all the other books, and there's only like a couple copies of it. So there's reasons why, you know, people rejected it. Just like there's reasons why people reject the sequel trilogy as canon. It breaks continuity in a lot of ways. It breaks character continuity in a lot of ways. The themes don't match up with the original. I think there's a lot of logically consistent reasons that you can say, I am not accepting this as canon, rather than just Disney says so it is. Like, I think you can do that. And I'm not talking about headcanon. Headcanon is a bit more loosey-goosey. I'm talking about engaging with the art in a rational way, comparing it to past entries and being like, do these all match up? And if they don't, like, do certain criteria match up? And if it doesn't match up, it's okay to consider it not canon. The character assassination of Luke Skywalker was big enough for me to basically be like, this is not the canonical Luke Skywalker. So therefore, it's a big hit to its credibility of actually being, should it be considered canon. Here I am talking about Star Wars while playing Metroid. Get off my soapbox. Apparently Brandon Sanderson got a pretty sweet deal in Netflix, and they gave him veto power on characters, plot lines, and overall writing decisions for his upcoming Mistborn show. Indeed, just like I reject Korra and the continuation of Avatar. Amen. Yep, exactly. And I don't think that's... I think that we should normalize that kind of like critical discourse with any new entry of a game or movie. What I was going to say before the gore fight started was, I do think, and again, I don't know, like, I don't know if it's a new way of how art is viewed, or how it's being, how art should be used. But it definitely seems to be more prominent that art should be used to communicate a message. Like, and I know that, I don't know, I have to look, I'm not an art history major, so I don't know how like the ancients interpreted art, and I'm sure art has always been used. Art has always been used to communicate messaging, for sure. But now it seems that existing art is now falling under the umbrella of, like, no, I don't need to respect what came before it in this story. I'm gonna tell my story, and that's how it should be. That's how it always should be. There just seems like a lack of respect for what came before it. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, yes, art has always been a vessel for communicating something. But now it seems that existing art, building off of it, they're like gutting old art, keeping the shell of it because it's popular, but then telling something else that does nothing to do with the older art. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Okay, hang on. Am I going the right direction here? I gotta find the brain. The brain is... Okay, there's my ship. It's busted. Oh, yeah, I'm here. There he is. Or she, excuse me. The lack of respect comes from the inability to match the skill required and digest and disgust for anyone thinking they're not good enough. I exist, therefore I am good enough to by default. I don't know. I mean, I really do think some of these people feel like they're good enough. Like, dude, would it be so far to say that, so much of a stretch to say that the writers of the new... How do I get down there? The writers of the new Narnia show, they actually think they can tell a story just as well as C.S. Lewis. Like, I think that they have that kind of hubris. I definitely think they do. I think that they look at that and being like, this is a bad story. I'm gonna tell a better story. I have to get below this thing. And fix it. Oh, there we go. Oh no, wait, never mind. Oh good, okay, did it. Okay. I wish it was this easy to fix electronics. This reminds me of Trauma Center. Remember that game? Anyone thinking they're not good enough, anyone else has the audacity to think you're not good enough. Oh, okay, I see. Yay.
you, Samus. We have restored our connection to Skytown's net. We must
To connect the first disable Leviathan's protective shield. Unfortunately, the generator for the shield is hidden beneath the dense clouds of Elysia.
The shield is
As an alternative to destroying the generator, we have calculated that a massive thermonuclear explosion would likely destroy the shield itself. This facility possessed the components to create such a device. Oh, it's a nuke. It's a nuke factory. We'd like you to build a nuclear bomb to build this and drop it on the Leviathan's shield.
The components are too large for you to lift unaided. There is a Federation landing site far to the east of Skytown. We will upload the current...
Okay. Alright. Logbook. Getting back to our previous conversation, is what's really funny is the success of the Lord of the Rings, and even they just re-released it in theaters, the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And there's that famous quote by Peter Jackson that he's like, "We really wanted to try to tell Tolkien's story," and they did, and it was awesome, and everybody loved it. And at the same time, Peter Jackson got like all the credit for it, that he faithfully retold a story. He took some artistic liberty here and there, and which was fine. But I think the majority of people, would say that this was a good, if not great, interpretation of Tolkien's work. Yes, there's some issues with Aragorn. That's the biggest issue of like Aragorn's hesitation to become king versus the books. But for the most part, that's the biggest like deviation, I think. But like no one looks on Peter Jackson at anything less for being like, "Oh, why didn't you tell your version of the story?" Or like, "Why didn't you, why didn't you change the messaging to something else?" No one looks down upon him for that. So it's very obvious that Hollywood can do it, and they know that they should do it, I think, but they don't. Because they have a message and they have a story they want to tell, and everything must serve that. Even existing IP. Okay. We gotta build a thermonuclear device. And I guess this kind of goes along. This is kind of a similar conversation of like why people are like, why are there so many remakes these days? And the simple answer is, well, games back then were just better. But I wonder if there is like this kind of lack of creativity, like, and this has to do with what people want too. The audience is not completely blameless in this. If people keep paying for remakes and retellings of stories, we're gonna keep getting them. Seriously? Ugh. This never would have happened. Me going the wrong way would never happen in Metroid Prime 4. This game is terrible. How dare I get lost? At least I don't fall when that happens. happens. Oh wait, there's a cannon. Where does that take me? Not where I need to go. Okay, we gotta go there. Hopefully things aren't as choppy. I've been slowly working through the comments of that talk I did with Zeltroid. I feel like, you know, I'm at a point in my current size where I have to reply to the majority of the comments just to kind of, you know, be engaging, and I enjoy it, but I inevitably come across that one comment. This guy was like, "There's nothing brutally honest about this conversation. You guys are just bad at the game. The green crystal energies, you hated it because you were simply inefficient and it's a lack of skill."
Auto repair
And
functions.
I wrote out a response, deleted it. Wrote out another response, deleted it. And I'm like, this guy's gotta be trolling. He did call the game a masterpiece, which immediately made me question him and if he was serious or not. But I guess there are people out there that still think that Metroid Prime 4 is indeed a masterpiece, and I don't understand it. And it says, I mean, just look at the massive quality of dropped Pokemon games. Nintendo knows their fans will buy it, regarding yes, and viciously defend it as they do. Yep. Yeah. There's what is this? Oh, it's a screw attack.
Samus, perhaps what you require to access the Federation landing site in the
I do.
item you need.
I do require that. Thank you. Yeah, the not the most recent Pokemon game, the most recent traditional one. I forget what it was called, but that game had tons of bugs, and people made fun of it. But it sold like 90 million copies. It's like, of course they're gonna keep making them. And honestly, like the majority of people who buy that game, you know, it's for kids. You know, kids aren't going to care too much about, you know, the finer details of game design. You know, the games might have bugs, but it's, I don't know. They're just, because there's so many people buying it, it just tells them that the quality can be whatever it needs to be. It doesn't have to be good. Ooh, more missiles for my ship. Alright, we gotta go. I can't get up there yet. Toxic positivity and fan base, and a fan base seemingly powered by Stockholm Syndrome. Hey, New Game Plus. Good to see you.
The security locks have been engaged on this landing site. This was surely a result of Gore's. I will unlock this area.
Yay. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, fans being willing to stick by a game even though it's bad and praise it even though it's bad is a thing for sure. But like, that didn't save Metroid. That didn't save Metroid Prime 4. Yeah, there's people who are calling it a masterpiece, but you know, it didn't get to the point where I feel like the vast majority of criticism for Metroid Prime 4 is negative. And it's coming from people who are fans of Metroid. So I do think, while I do think there is some truth to diehard fans of an IP defending something to the death, you know, if the game is bad, the game's bad, you know? And people will recognize that. I think what helped Metroid, what helped the discourse around Metroid Prime 4 is that because the game was rated T for teen, you know, not the player base is going to be older, and because it's an IP that you know, the last game came out 18 years ago, so you're going to get a naturally older player base who's going to think a bit more critically about the game itself, and you're not going to get, you know, the sales boost from younger players like you would with a Pokemon game. So I don't know, I think there is some truth to it for sure. But you know, there's a reason why Metroid Dread didn't get all this nonsense, and Metroid Prime 4 did. It's because it was a good game. Dread was a good game. Seek the Sky, good to see you. We defeated Gore. He is now dead. Dark Samus sucked his soul out in a very horrible way. And I felt sadder for Gore than I did for any of the Space Marines in Metroid Prime 4. Just a sad reality of things. Sorry, I'll avoid any spoilers for Metroid Prime 4. Ugh, this thing again. Alright. Where's my... Okay, I need to get... somewhere. Alright, hang on. What did this... Current objective, find Federation landing site. There's a Federation landing site on the eastern side of Skytown, which you can reach from the western Skytram. Now that control of Skytown is back in our hands, we have activated this tram. You'll be able to find something at the Federation landing site. My guess is that this is not the western Skytram. Okay, there's north. West. I gotta go west. Arrival station. Gore and Rondus were cool guys. Gadria, not so much. You can tell when Gore's soul was taken, she tried everything to stop her but couldn't do anything. She dropped her head down. Yeah, right? Also, it'd be cool if somebody made a 3D model of Samus's arm cannon, which could morph to use any weapon in the Prime Trilogy and Hunters 4. Yes, that'd be cool. That'd be a cool reward. Oh, Skytram West. Okay, so I do have to go there. But... wait a minute. Hang on. Okay, if north is... am I crazy? If north is that direction... right, this is north. So this is south. This is east. But this is the Skytram West. Am I... do I have my compass wrong? Oh, whatever. Game is slowing down for some reason. Maybe the computer's running a little hot. Could mean the western end of this. Oh yeah, that's true. You guys are getting lagged too. Yeah. I think at this point the only thing I can really do is maybe get it like a cooling pad for my PC. And just hope that that reduces the strain. An advanced movement system. So I need the... I can't get up there. Oh, I can get up there. Or, no I can't. I don't know. Oh yeah, this is the... Nope, never mind. Oh, I need Miles to chime in and tell me where to go. It's well known. The East and West are reversed. I know, I guess I'm not a true Metroid fan. That was another funny thing that happened. If you criticized the game, you had people yelling at you for being like, you're not a true Metroid fan. You're a Metroid tourist. And then at the same time, if you loved the game, you also had a different subset of the internet yelling at you for saying that you're also a tourist if you loved the game too much. And I'm like, man, I just can't win. Alright, am I supposed to go on my ship? Let's see. Enter the ship. Man, YouTube really doesn't want me to see it live, huh? No, it doesn't. Did it not notify you or something? And you're getting lag. How bad is the lag, is it? On my view, it's kind of okay. Can I go here? Alicia main docking bay. Do I have to go back somewhere? Every so often the video just cuts out briefly, preventing me from keeping up with the live. Oh, dang. I'm sorry, man. Bird o'clock. Alright, we're back at the start. Alright, so I need the screw attack to get there, but I can't... The Skytram might be your best bet. There's a place called Skytown East. Okay, hang on. Let's see. Skytown Elysia. Powerworks. Landing site. So yeah, I can't get... I can't get up there because I need the screw attack. Sorry, I'm still figuring out these controls. How do I zoom in? Okay. Maybe I have to go here and somehow, like, shoot over to there. Because this is blocked by, like, an electric gate. Hub access, Aurora lift, Spire dock. Security station. There's a landing site. Junction. Construction bay. I don't know, do I have to go back to a different world and get the... I think I might have to. Because I can't go anywhere else here. Let's hop back in here. Interact with objects. What's this do? Boop, boop. Oh, that's cool. All right. Elysia, Brio, Federation. Usually low temperature. Located in Brio. Brio Fire Region. Investigation suggested. Oh my gosh, the tactical scan. Thank you, Seeking Sky. I like how you did that within the within the framework of the game itself. Keeps the immersion going. I always knew I could count on you. Alright, let's just explore for a few minutes and then I might have to, I'll have to call it a day. Right. Let's see. Now that I have the fire beam, I can... Oh yeah, that's another thing too. They went back to the classic so yeah, in Prime 1 and Prime 2, you got the different beams, but you had to switch between them. But in this game, and like just like in the older games, you had to as soon as you got a beam, it just like completely replaced it. So like I have the fire shot now. The history of the Brio. Can I destroy these? I have to get up there. Can I reach it? No. I think you're right about it, and if you're not right, that's the point of the game. Oh yeah, look, now that I have my fire shot, I can melt this stuff. Even though it should have melted already, because it's definitely not freezing in here. Yeah, there we go. You are right. I never doubted you. But yeah, it's interesting how they went back to the traditional, like, you're just gonna get the beam and it's gonna replace your older beam. Simplifies the game. In a good way, I think. If, you know... I liked the ammo system in Metroid Prime 2. I know some people didn't, but I thought it was good. Prime 4, it was okay. It wasn't anything like horrible. And I wonder how the game would have played if like each shot had its own ammo. I think that would have been way too confusing, but it would have, if they had like utilized the different elements more in puzzles and in enemy attacks, I think it would have been really cool to have different shot ammo and really cool to have different shot ammo and then force you to like strategize how you encounter the enemy. There could have been some awesome, a lot of missed opportunities in Metroid Prime 4. There could have been some really awesome complexity into the game if they just utilized the different elements more in puzzles and in combat, and how the different elements interact with one another and interact with different enemies. Like, if only they had a few more years to make it, the game could have been perfect. Maybe Metroid Prime 5. You know, maybe when I'm like 58 years old in another 18 years, we'll finally get the Metroid Prime game that we all deserve. Seek the Sky and New Game Plus. I do think you guys should still play Metroid Prime 4. You are fans of the series, you should experience it and come up with your own opinions, for sure. Okay, I am in the right area. Oh, wait a minute. Am I supposed to light these things? Because if I... No. Interesting. 'Cause I can't reach that. Oh, I fell. Sorry, everyone. Oh, it's just a missile pack that's up there. Alright, we'll come back. There's all that stuff in the way. Eamon says, looking forward to the launch of your Kickstarter featuring the true successor created by the lifelong fan of the Metroid series. Not just a lifelong fan, but a true fan. Not like all the tourists out there who think they're fans of Metroid, but really aren't. Oh, I should go in there. Alright, alright, let's do it. I got 10 minutes. And how do I get there? Jump. Oh, electric slugs. Let me fly. Oh, I get it. I was like, I wonder why these things do this. That's why. So that they can feed their master. Jump good. I agree. Aha. All right. What's this way? Elevator. Lift systems inoperable. Okay. Little golem. It's frozen in ice. I just need to get... I need to figure out the way forward so I can build my nuclear bomb in Skytown. That is his only purpose. Sorry, everyone. There we go. Stop. Okay, good. Alright, now let me out. There we go. Bust me through. Ooh, what do we have here? Oh, it's it's a warp station. That's right. Oh, a new area discovered. Where am I? Brio Ice. Good thing I have this handy dandy flamethrower. I totally forgot about this. Man. Oh, jeez. Oh, no turning back. Sounds a lot like the Fendrana Drifts music. Now we need someone talking to me. I'm on the night side of Brio. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That's pretty cool. Yeah, is this the Fendrana Drifts soundtrack? I have my volume not turned up. I mean, if it is, that's kind of cool. I mean, everybody loves Fendrana Drifts. Okay, that's just to get me back up there. Okay, I gotta find a save point now. Hey, the screw attack. That was easy. No boss fight, no convoluted puzzle, just right there. Yeah, I can't really hear it very well because my audio is not as high. Oh, the Chozo. They showed up and were like, "You guys need to stop fighting." It didn't work. Okay, I need a save point. Shoot it. Blue disc gun appears to be a control mechanism. A strong blast could probably activate it. Okay. Oops. Oh gosh. Okay. But you see how like each of these worlds, yeah, it's modular. The game is modular for sure, and you know, kind of linear, but it still fits the bill for like these are Metroidvania levels. You know, they're not as complex as Prime 2 or 1 or 2, but I'm having flashbacks to Metroid Prime 2. Seek this guy, New Game Plus. You guys are gonna have to relive this again. Sorry. And Eamon, you were there too. There we go. But like, even someone mentioned the other day about Fusion in one of the comments, and how Fusion was a linear game just like this one, but still every single area of Fusion was it was made like a traditional Metroidvania. So while there was like linearity in the idea of your objectives, like you had to go here, then go there, then go like that, each area still was designed like a Metroidvania. It still had that same feel of a Metroidvania. I don't know. I just don't know why they couldn't do that for Prime 4, sadly. I get only 5 dashes. Just stop in the middle. No, I will not. I did think about that, Seeking the Sky, but I would have tried it eventually. I just, wanted to see if I could do it in one shot. Like a true speedrunner. Alright, let's save, and then we'll call it a day. So yeah, this is definitely, I'm going to try to keep up playing Metroid games on Mondays. At the very least, and just to kind of keep the flow of things, I am going to try to do, 2 days worth. We'll see how things work out once Resident Evil 9 comes out and I shift over to that. Oh, come on, I need to see the map.
As I am sure you are, we request that you investigate the vault. And we will upload the...
What is... Okay. Yep, all the way over there. Gotta go back to the Valhalla. Okay, what is this thing? How do I kill it? Phasoid. Phazon. Yeah, so I'm going to continue to play Metroid games on Monday to fit with the alliteration. I think is nice. I'll probably do two days of Metroid, followed by a couple, 2 or 3 days of Majora's Mask, and then we'll take it from there. Wow, these things are annoying. I'm going to overdrive. There we go. This? A red Phasoid defeated. I don't know if I'm going the right way, but... I want to get up there. Okay, good. There we go. All right. Sorry for the glitchy gore fight at the end there. I'm still working on the best way to run this, but yeah. So tomorrow we'll do some more Metroid Prime 3, and then the rest of the week we'll focus on Majora's Mask. Try to get that done before RE9 comes out, which should be possible. Sees the save point was protected from my virus. That's okay. I'll get you next time. Gadger a red phasoid. Sorry, I'm just seeing. And that's it for Brio Ice. Oh, that's kind of lame. Bummer. Fun fact, the screw attack turns blue when in hyper mode. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, and I gotta remember I have that bomb hyper mode thing. That'll come in handy later. Alright, so yeah. Metroid Prime 3 tomorrow. Majora's Mask the rest of the week. I am still gonna try to stream on Saturdays. We'll see what I do then. Sundays I'm gonna reserve for just editing and things like that for my shorts. But yeah, if you're tuning in, you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Helps me out a lot, and I really enjoy chatting with you guys. So if you're just hanging out in the chat, drop a hi, say hello, let me know you're there. I am monitoring most of the chats. But yeah, hope everybody has a great Monday, and if not, I'll see you guys. If you don't have a great Monday, you know, sorry. Still working on my outro. Alright guys, I will see you tomorrow morning.